National feminist organizations are breaking their silence on Amber Heard and that lawsuit, that defamation lawsuit filed by her ex-husband, Johnny Depp, nearly 6 months after we saw that all happen.
Yeah, they wrote an open letter exclusively shared with NBC News in support of Heard and denounced, quote, the rising misuse of defamation lawsuits to silence people who report domestic and sexual abuse.
A lot of people watched the trial but walked away viewing Amber Heard as the aggressor and Johnny Depp as the victim. And what these experts are saying is, you got it wrong.
You got it wrong.
The MeToo movement is in crisis. The mainstream media pushed the narrative that all women who make accusations must be believed. Now, to support this believe all women narrative, they pointed to Bill Cosby and Harvey Weinstein. See, women have made many allegations against these men and other men for years, but were not believed. These women also provided evidence, and the mainstream media protected these men by not publishing their stories. There's actually a movie that's out now about this struggle. It's called She Said. So to correct this injustice, we went from one extreme, believe no women, to another extreme, believe all women. Now, Amber Heard used this believe all women narrative to her advantage. Now, she's a woman, and she claimed that her husband, actor Johnny Depp, had abused her. So, based on the new rules, we must believe her and believe all women. And we did. We believed Amber Heard, and her husband, Johnny Depp, was canceled. Then her ex-husband did something crazy. He sued his ex-wife in the United States for defamation, claiming that she intentionally lied about being abused. Now, during a 6-week trial, all of Amber Heard's lies were exposed to the world. Here are some of her lies.
$7 million in total was donated to, I split it between the ACLU and Children's Hospital of Los Angeles. I wanted nothing.
Sitting here today, you have not donated, not pledged, the $7 million divorce settlement to charity.
I use pledge and donation synonymous. They
But I don't. Ms. Heard, I don't use it synonymously. You don't have any visible injuries to your face, do you?
None that you can see.
Even though Mr. Depp whacked you in the face so hard that your nose bled?
He did.
While wearing chunky big rings, right?
That's correct.
This is a picture of you and Mr. Depp the night after Mr. Depp allegedly whacked you in the face so hard you thought he had broken your nose.
He did whack me in the face, and I did think it broke my nose.
Your nose doesn't appear to be injured in any of these pictures, does it, Ms. Heard?
That's why I'm wearing makeup.
So now, with Amber Heard clearly lying on the stand and everyone knew it, the public turned. Now, during the trial, a woman lawyer, Camille Vasquez, exposed Amber Heard's lies. Women on the jury found that Amber Heard had intentionally lied about being abused. And a woman judge passed judgment on Amber Heard. And remember, this was after they heard all the evidence and from both sides. But there was one major problem. The mainstream media and liberal activists hated the fact that Amber Heard was exposed. Now, this was because the trial was public and everyone can see the evidence. They couldn't just cover up Amber's lies. And let's not forget, the mainstream media backed Amber. So, to gaslight the public, the mainstream media just claimed that all the backlash was because everyone was misogynistic and that Amber was the true victim.
This is a person with no credibility who used their words to destroy someone's life, and still some in the media refused to take a backward step. Writing for The Guardian, Moira Donegan described the trial as an orgy of misogyny. She writes, "The strange, illogical and unjust ruling has the effect of sanctioning Depp's alleged abuse of Heard and of punishing Heard for speaking about it." Sorry, Moira and The Guardian, but they went to court over Heard's specific allegations, and the court found that her words were carefully orchestrated lies. The UK defamation case Moira relies on to continue giving weight to Heard's lies is not comparable to the US trial, as Depp was suing the British paper, not Heard personally. The Guardian itself even reported that the judge in the UK trial did not hear as much evidence related to Heard's credibility. And we all know that Heard's credibility has been shattered based on new evidence shown in the US trial, including the fact that she never fulfilled her multi-million-dollar charity pledge. But Moira ignores all of this and continues to link this one case to all allegations of abuse. It will have a devastating effect on survivors who will be silenced now with the knowledge that they cannot speak about their violent experiences at men's hands without the threat of a ruinous libel suit. In that sense, women's speech just became a lot less free.
Now, I mentioned the word gaslighting. What is gaslighting? Well, gaslighting is the psychological manipulation where the gaslighter causes the victim to question the validity of undisputed facts and reality. This is to confuse the victim and create a loss of confidence or self-esteem in the claims that they're making. Listen to Kat Tinbarge from NBC attempt to gaslight us.
So what these experts are saying is that a lot of misconceptions around domestic violence and these types of abusive relationships were spread during this trial. A lot of people watched the trial but walked away viewing Amber Heard as the aggressor and Johnny Depp as the victim. And what these experts are saying is, you got it wrong. So I think people should take a look at what they're saying.
So they want to convince us that the jury, the judge, and everyone watching Amber lie got it wrong. And this is what you just heard. Kat Tinbarge and these feminist groups are essentially just gaslighting the public. They want you to question the undisputed facts that Amber was found to be intentionally lying by other women. And by saying all the experts claim that you got it wrong, this makes you question the validity of the undisputed facts and reality to confuse you and to create a loss of confidence and self-esteem in the facts that we know to be true. Amber Heard is a liar. So these feminist groups wrote this letter claiming experts know what happened and that everyone else who says different is wrong. That includes the jury and anyone who agreed with the jury. And here is how these activist groups are labeling the public.
The open letter continued, much of this harassment was fueled by disinformation, misogyny, biphobia, and a monetized social media environment, where a woman's allegations of domestic violence and sexual assault were mocked for entertainment. The same disinformation and victim-blaming tropes are now being used against others who have alleged abuse.
So if you disagree with the experts, you are misogynistic and biphobic, as you can see, they are just trying to shame you and cause you to lose confidence in the undisputed facts of this case. Gaslighting. Now, every major news organization is covering this story to force you to question the reality of the situation. The experts are saying the jury got it wrong. Why aren't you also saying that? So, has this open letter changed your mind about the Johnny Depp Amber Heard trial? Now, all the polls taken after the trial showed that only 13% disagree with the verdict. And in every group, men, women, Republican, Democrat, a vast majority agree with the jury. Now the media is making a huge push to change your mind. Let's see what happens. Are you going to believe the experts or are you going to believe your lying eyes? Let me know in the comment section how you feel. My name is Nate the Lawyer and I'll see you next time. Peace.